130, episode 130. I mean, I don't know why I get so excited when I start seeing these numbers climb.
I know it.
I mean, I guess the higher the number, there's something that gets
more legitimate.
More. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a thing with society. I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing about double numbers, like socks. If we could just talk about socks for a moment.
Okay.
I was on a tour. How you like that segue?
That was good.
So on a tour recently, I had a guy from Spain and his family. I think his name was Jose. And he spoke very little English, but his daughter, he had a 19-year-old daughter, and she was helping. And my translator, the digital translators who got me, that helped too. Anyways, the guy meets me in 30th Street train station, and he just starts crying in front of his family, and all these commuters are going through the hustle and the bustle. And I'm like, okay. And his limited English, he gets out, I follow you. I've been watching you for years. He goes, I have a gift for you. And he started getting like, goosebumps and all this. And I go, oh, wow. Okay. I love gifts. And the gift was 2 pairs of Rocky socks.
Nice.
Okay. And then on this side, you could see
nice.
The jumping up and down. So I do not have these. I have other Rocky socks that are multicolored, but I don't have these. And I thought, boy, you know what? That is such a sweet thing, because this guy had to carry these in his luggage all the way from Spain. And it's not like they weigh 1,000 pounds or anything, but it's the thought.
Just a little things. Yeah.
He had it wrapped up in paper, and I just thought it was so sweet. It was really, we had one of the funnest times ever. Turns out the guy is a cab driver and a magician. He's in the car telling me stories of all the celebrities he's given: Ana de Armas, Penelope Cruz, and a big football player, European football guy. I don't know who it was.
That's kind of cool.
And then he's doing magic tricks in the car, pulling out hankies. He's got a short sleeve shirt. He's pulling out hankies here and there. He's showing me these pictures of a yacht, a big house, jewelry, and like, I don't know, fancy clothes or whatever. And he shows me them, and then he folds it up, and then he refolds it, and he does it all right in front of me, and it's all $100 bills. And I'm thinking, okay, that was pretty good.
Cool.
Anyways, I don't know why I went on that long tangent, but I just thought it was kind of, it was a fun, unique moment. And again, I'm just so grateful with my tours, because I get to meet people from around the world.
I mean, how many of your guests today, our main guest today, is from a tour? So
right. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And when I look back and I see all the connections that I made, I'm just incredibly grateful. Yeah. But there's a huge connection that was made between I Play Rocky. They found an actor to play Stallone, which is great.
Yes, Anthony Ippolito.
And you can totally see where it's going to work. There's something to work there with.
This right here, especially that side by side is.
I get it.
Crazy,
I get
the mouth and everything. Yeah.
Everything. It all works. Now, this guy, if you've ever seen a movie called The Offer, that is a really good movie. The Offer, if you take a look at this, to the right of your screen, the guy in the tan coat green pants. So that's Francis Ford Coppola. That's an actor portraying him. Then in back of him is the actor who's portraying Mario Puzo with his hands on his hip. That's the guy that wrote The Godfather. In the back are the producers. And, of course, Miles Teller, the lead guy with the shiny pants. Yes. He's the main producer that made The Godfather happen. And this movie, check it out, people, The Offer. I've seen it 3 times. It's fantastic. Anyways, the guy playing Stallone, he played Michael Corleone, or I should say Pacino, and he does a pretty good job.
Wow. Well, this is going to be, I mean, people can't wait. That was, can I tell you, I think our post, when I reposted it, it's over 12,000 views right now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so it
a lot of people
exploded.
A lot of people didn't get it over on Facebook. People were actually writing like, oh, leave the series alone. We don't need another Rocky. Stop. Or sacrilegious. Why are you remaking Rocky? people didn't really go and read the description. It's because of the world we live in. It's all highlights. It's all people read of the titles and assume that's it. So I tried writing to people that were like cursing. I go, no, you don't understand. This is a movie about the making of Rocky. They're not redoing. They're not recasting Rocky.
Right. Yeah. If they ever tried that, I think I'd probably have the same reaction. Like, okay, don't mess with perfection. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about it. The guy looks very credible. I know he's a little on the lean side. I know he's probably going to have to have some baked potatoes and some steak.
Raw eggs.
Some raw eggs.
Yeah.
He is going to have some raw eggs.
No pressure.
He's going to have to do a little something.
For sure. Let's see what else. Oh, Tulsa King. Just in a couple weeks here.
Tell us about Tulsa King. What's happening with it?
So that was the official trailer. Actually came out today, and I reposted that. So nice. I'm just so happy for him because here he is. He keeps going, and
he does.
More and more big names keep jumping on to Tulsa King with him, and that's got to be such a huge piece of validation for Sly. And now Samuel L. Jackson is joining this season. That's a big nod. That's a huge nod to have someone. He's a big A-lister.
Did you see who else is in this season?
Oh, I'm probably forgetting.
The Liquid Metal Man, the Terminator, Robert Patrick.
Yes, right? Yes.
And of course,
as well.
He was in Copland with Stallone, and he was also in another movie that was taken off of a book called Jitter Joint. It was ICU. If you went straight to DVD in the mid to late. No,
that's one of my favorite Stallone movies. I love ICU.
I love ICU. He was one of the guys. He's one of the cops that's in the rehab with Stallone.
But yes, so Tulsa King, September 21st. Go check out the official trailer. I cannot wait. Just the way it opens, the tension of the way it's opening is, I mean, he is arrested and far away in jail. So how the heck he's going to get out of where he is right now is going to be a ride. That's for sure. So anyhow.
Well, that's our guy Sly, the ultimate writer. He knocks it out of the ballpark for sure.
He does. And then, so tell us about Charlie Flynn and the just a quick little side note. Trish sent us this.
Yeah, Trish was awesome. She was telling me about it, and I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "I didn't even realize." So everybody watching this knows who Charlie Flynn is, and if you have a relative that's watching the podcast, just so they don't look foolish, I'll tell you who Charlie Flynn is. In Rocky 2, of course, the nurse who comes in, Rocky's in the hospital bed, and she says to my good friend Charlie Flynn. And of course, Rocky reflects who I don't even know. But actually, Sylvester Stallone does know Charlie Flynn. He was a good friend of Stallone's back in the 60s, and his brothers too. And apparently Charlie Flynn died earlier this week. So RIP to him. But just interesting how Sly has brought people over from his life.
Right. Yeah. I like the way he ties in those personal little tidbits. So.
Yeah. I've always thought I always liked that. I mean, I don't know if you know this, Stacy, you probably do from hearing me ramble, but you know where the name Robert comes from, right? Like Rocky's first name.
That's his actual birth name.
Right.
Robert,
all right. As long as you know, everybody else knows. I'm not
gonna come on. Tell him. Share.
There was a kid when Sly was like 11 or 12 or 13 years old. There was a kid named Robert who got into a lot of hijinks, and he taught Stallone how to fight to a degree. And years later, when Sly realized Rocky was going to have a real first name, not Rocky, he thought, maybe Robert as an homage to this kid.
Friend. Yeah.
Yeah. And I always thought that was interesting. So see how people come through Sly's life, and he goes back and he pulls on those things. Yeah. And I mean, what do they tell you? Write what you know.
Yeah.
You always go back to that well in your life. You've got so much going on, and Stacy, you probably know some whacked out characters you could write about.
Oh, just a few. Yes. I have lots of interesting things that I've written down.
Lots have gone on in the operating rooms and the hospitals. And I'm sure you can.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama that goes on.
I bet.
Yeah, there's a reason shows like Grey's Anatomy exists because of the hospital hijinks.
It's in the ballpark.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
There's
that's funny.
a lot of interesting things that aren't coded for this family friendly.
Moving right along.
Moving
That'll be Rocky Files After Dark. That's our new edition.
After Dark.
You'll have to pay for that service.
So yeah, Secrets of the OR. Oh my God, so much to write about. There's a reason. I'm telling you, there's a reason it is on TV. But it's funny because Sarah even said, she's like, "Oh, you have to watch Grey's Anatomy." I'm like, "Honey, you have no idea. I already know what's happening on that show. That is so real life." But anyway, you know what? The one thing I wanted to remind people of is Rocky Run.
Rocky Run's coming up.
Yeah, Rocky Run's coming up. So that's why I wore this t-shirt today to go and register. And I didn't do it last year, but I'm going to do it again this year. So I have my 2023 medal, but I'll do the virtual 5K.
Well, you're coming to Philadelphia for the 31st and the 1st of February, right?
Right. Yes.
You're going to be here for the UK tour.
I'm going to be there. I know, but you're making me go there in February. Do you forget?
That's when the tour is.
You're talking about. Oh.
But that's when the tour is.
We will make a plan. I will get there.
I'll give you a parka, okay?
I'm going to wear a parka.
A sheep skin parka.
Yeah, one that plugs into electricity. Oh my God. There's a reason I moved to Tennessee, and it was to get away from snow.
Do they still use the word parka? Do the kids still use parka?
No, I think that's a firmly Gen X thing, but since it's mostly Gen X that watches, you're safe.
What about ice box?
On the playground.
They still get their milk and soda out of the ice box?
I don't know. Knock, knock, knock. We have a guest. Thank God, Jessica, for showing up. All right. Look what I bought.
Look at this book.
So let's bring in our author, Jessica Ferrara. Hey, honey, how are you?
Hi, how are you guys?
I'm good.
Thank you so much.
These books look absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
What inspired you to write it?
Well, I have to say, obviously, my son is the easy choice right there. Yeah. But as you guys know, I mean, Sylvester Stallone and Rocky has been a part of my journey throughout pretty much my entire life. Never anticipated it, but marrying Mike and everything that transpired, you know, from our wedding video being shared and walking, you know, our wedding entrance, and Sylvester Stallone actually announcing our pregnancy was like a big part of it. And
oh my gosh, I remember that.
That's you guys, and being a part of this whole like Rocky fandom. There's a dedication in the beginning of the book.
Yes, there is.
You know, obviously I address, you know, my husband and my son and my family, but like just the Rocky community as a whole, this is for you guys. I saw that there was nothing like this out there. And, you know, Mike was sort of like, well, why don't you write one? And I was, you know, I don't even know if that's allowed. It's clearly not my story, you know.
Right.
But of course, I you know, we went through the motions, and he's a grand gesture kind of guy, and he got the whole process started for me, and that's how it sort of came about. But yeah, it's been a wild ride so far. It actually, you know, because of the holidays last year, it was my son's first like real Christmas where he was starting to get everything. And, you know, he's big into like the Karate Kid books and the Home Alone books and all the 90s nostalgia.
Right.
So I went to go find a Rocky one, and I went on a hunt, and I couldn't find a Rocky one anywhere. And that's when, you know, Mike suggested, well, you write it.
You write it.
So yeah, so it's kind of a, you know, it's a tribute to all of us. It's a tribute to Sylvester Stallone. It's a tribute to all of us. It's a tribute to everybody that this story touched. And like I said, it's just been such a big part of my life from start to finish so far.
Now, I have an interesting question here because, and this is serious. So in the book, does baby Rocky have a baby smoke? And does he break baby thumbs on the schoolyard for not paying up the milk money?
So I put a very family friendly spin to everything. So there's it's loosely based, so to speak, but there's positive messaging and all the lessons that you would want your little one to sort of follow, but it echoes the same sentiment. So that's kind of where it's at. But it is very much inspired by my son, because we've sent you videos. We all follow each other. We're one big happy family, and Michelangelo he's been mimicking the training montages and carrying around Rocky DVDs and everything since literally he's like 8 months old. That was part of his Christmas present, turning his playpen into a training boxing area. He's got Sylvester Stallone in the back, his punching bag. So we couldn't resist. And like I said, he's been such a big part of Rocky. Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, the real deal. He's been such a big part of our story.
Yeah. When he sees him on TV, he's going to think it's Uncle Rocky.
Yeah, he does. Well, it's funny, when we did our pregnancy announcement, a lot of people were like, are you having Sylvester Stallone's baby? Where's Mike? Mike's not even in it.
He wasn't, right?
He wasn't. But, how could we resist? The timing was just right. And we always feel like that's been a part of our journey, is like God has blessed us, in so many ways. We had a very tough pregnancy. And Mikey had a NICU stay for about 2 weeks. Yeah, he did. And I was in and out of the hospital throughout my pregnancy. And of course, Rocky was a big inspiration of that. We were playing the music for him when he was in my belly. We played it for him all throughout the NICU stay, and we just feel like he's our real life Rocky, and he showed us that from the day before he was born to now.
Right.
So
yeah. Oh, so that's so precious.
Yeah, it's so important for us to share that with you guys, because you guys are a part of that story, and it means so much to us.
Oh, we love being a part of it. Have you given thought to your next Halloween costume for him?
It's tough because we have really beat the Rocky thing to death a little bit. His first birthday party was Rocky themed. I had Sylvester Stallone's face on balloons, on cupcakes, on everything you can imagine. So Mike will say, well, we have to go through, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, keep going.
He's right.
Of course, right?
And he is right. But, being the mom in me, I like dressing him up in some different things to, spice it up a little bit.
It'd be funny for him to be Polly or something too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've thought of everything under the sun. You be Polly, I'll be, the whole family costume.
That's good.
But even when we talked about his second birthday, it was like a no-brainer. Well, Rocky 2, why are we going to do? We're not going to do dinosaurs,
Makes sense. No kid wants dinosaurs. No kids want lightsabers and Darth Vader or Harry Potter. Kids want Rocky. That stupid dinosaur Barney? I'm telling you, it would have made a lot more money if it was with Rocky.
Right. And he just naturally gravitates towards Sylvester Stallone, like even over the top. Oh my God.
Oh, really?
Really? Oh, cool.
Oh, he does. Yeah. That's like his two favorite things. It's like combining Rocky and trucks. So it's like his mind explodes. He knows all the, the exercise scene with, the Lincoln Hawk and his son working out outside the truck. He does it all. And of course he calls Sylvester Stallone daddy when he sees him. So I don't know if that makes Mike's head bigger or what, but there's definitely an association there.
That is awesome. And I read these. I just wanted to say how clever, because I read them as well. And I'm like, this is so sweet. You bring in the language, you bring in the quotes, but you make the setting toddler setting. So it's relatable.
Yeah.
But the quotes and the heart of the matter, the heart of the lesson that Rocky brings us is inside of their toddler world, what they can relate to. I'm like, this is so cool the way you adapted that. And then you did the same, of course, with Little Goodfella.
Yes.
And then you did that post, you just in that little black dress and you're just marching into Barnes Noble and you're whipping open the doors. I was like, look at her go. I'm going to cut that in.
That's the marketing side of me going to work right there.
That was
makes sense.
That was like the yo Adrian, I did it moment. Like just the way you walked in, I was so proud of you, and that was such a cool moment. And then of course, I think you just posted it today.
Yeah, how they're actually at Barnes and Noble bookstore. So I'm showing it off, and
you're
the Rocky
in the
sweater.
look
Yeah.
You are. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. It's really been exciting because that was exactly it. And I feel like you got it where it was like, I want parents to obviously enjoy it because when your kid gets attached to a book, you're reading it 20, 30 times a day. So it was really fun for me to write something where like the parents will obviously get the references because they're fans, they've seen the movies, they know, they've been beaten to death with the quotes, and the kids won't exactly get the references, but they'll get the heart of the story. And that was like combining the two was like really important for both stories. I mean, Little Goodfellow was more, of an homage to my dad growing up and the whole
and that whole opening, oh my goodness, your little opening note to your dad in this.
Thank you.
So it's so personal, and it's like, wow, we know her. We got to talk to her. Like, if I ever meet you, I'm bringing these because you're going to sign the inside.
I think that's been the funnest part for me too, because I mean, the hope is obviously I would love for as many people as possible to read these and enjoy them. But when my family and friends that have done it and they actually like read the words and they're like, Jess, this is so you, like every word of it, I've heard you say to us. It's not even, and that was what it was really about for me. It was like a little therapeutic to do that. And again, one of the best moments I had was just when we first got the copy and Michelangelo opening it up and pointing to, he loves Mickey Bear and he's like pointing to him and he immediately caught like Rocky in the background. And that's been so fun. He loves the line, what is it? Where it's like, I want to eat pureed lightning and doo-doo thunder.
Doo-doo thunder.
Cracks up.
That's awesome.
So, all those little things, I'm like, I love that he even gets it. And he's 2. Like it's that for me was the absolute best.
It's across the board. Now, Jessica, the thing is that we have a lot of writers in our community and we have some that would like to hear the process of how you got it in Barnes and Noble. What's that like?
Yeah. That must not have been easy.
Yeah. Well, particularly Baby Balboa was a little bit more challenging because, it's not my story. Essentially, I'm using likenesses. I'm using names that were not mine. So I'll be honest with you, I was kind of like scared to death. I was like, oh my God, I don't want him to like sue me. I don't want like him to be offended by anything. Like this is, an homage to what he's created. But we crossed the T's and dot the I's as far as like reaching out to MGM and making sure that this was okay. And if
they were open to the idea.
Yes, they were very open to the idea. And, same thing with the publisher that we went through, we had it reviewed by their legal team. Like, is this good? Blah, blah, blah. And they were like, yeah, green light. So, and not that this is the reason, but there is, like I said, a dedication to Sylvester Stallone, not so he doesn't sue me, just so he knows, like, this is to credit him. This is, to shout him out of what he created and how it lives on generation to generation and how his fans promise to keep that going. Like, it's 100%. This is going to be timeless. It's classic. It's heart. It's, there's the underdog element to it. There's the heart of it. There's the family. There's love. There's everything there. And, as his fans, we want him to know that like we will pass it along and carry it through and always pay him the, what he deserves.
Jessica, that's the biggest compliment. It's just paying it forward, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would think he would take it that way. I mean,
I would hope so. Yeah.
At this stage in his life, he's 79. He's already going to be the big 80 next year, which it's just, he's going to be affecting generations really forever.
Right.
It's
forever.
So timeless.
It's a legacy that just, and it's sort of our way of showing, like this, like legends never die, man. This is it. What you've created will stand the test of time. And, your fans have shown you that time and time again. And like I always say, just the fact that like even us fans have become such a family. Like I still talk to so many people. I mean, I know you guys know Carol. I adore Carol.
Carol, yes.
She's even gotten me through motherhood and, with her kindness and her grace. And she's been amazing with Michelangelo. And, there's so many fans have gotten the book already. And they were just like, congratulations. This is awesome. Cheering me on. And that's like, that's so wow. That's so wow. Like some of these people I don't even know at all, or I've never met them in person. It's literally just through connecting on the internet through this and sharing the same love and sharing the same values. And It's been amazing.
Well, your opener in Baby Balboa is just in the way, how you address the Rocky community. I'm like, this captures it. This captures what that true spirit is. So
that was really important to me to do that, because I don't think it would have happened without, I mean, I sort of fell into this, as I say, the story and everything has been a part of my whole life, but it really wasn't until I met Mike that everything sort of went on steroids.
Right.
He is such a huge ambassador for Rocky. He loves
when people say like, oh, are you that much of a Rocky fan? I almost feel bad, because I'm like, I mean, I am, but like compared to my husband and what he's doing, it's like, no, I have to take a back seat. But like I said, it's been such a big part of it. On our wedding day, it was part of our vows. Like, lines from it are in there. We always say, like, I sign every card, like, that we give to each other, like, until the final bell. Like, it's just like us. And, now we have this beautiful, healthy baby boy that we've passed the torch to. And he runs around with it, let me tell you. Because
he does. Yeah, just so you know, my daughter's getting married in April, and so I was actually. Thank you. Yes, and let me tell you, you go from where Michelangelo is right now to planning a wedding in about 32 seconds. But I showed her these, and I said, 9 months after April, I could, put these in a gift. Just saying, she's like, ah.
I love that.
But these will be in a baby gift in the future.
I appreciate that so much. That's amazing. Yeah.
Well, awesome.
Well, listen, Stacy, before we let Jessica go, is there anything that we missed? Jessica, is there anything you want to say that we didn't cover, that we missed on this beautiful, beautiful books that you got going on?
Oh, thank you. I just want to thank you guys, honestly. And I just can't get over it. I mean, the support has been amazing. And just the inspiration that you guys have given us, just as a family, we went through like very challenging times. I mean, on social media, you only post the good stuff, right? It's always happy. But when Michelangelo was born, and we had a very tough time in the NICU and getting over that, and just scariness, new motherhood for me, new everything. And there were so many people that, again, from the Rocky community that I connected with, that shared stories, that helped me through it, that helped us through it, that sent Michelangelo things, and just that meant so much to us. And we're so thankful to be a part of this. And that's just really it. I mean, I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, Mike, we met each other. I was just dating Mike, and it was his birthday, and it was, I'm going to get him this Rocky tour, and it's going to be awesome. And like, I never thought, well, I thought, but I didn't exactly know, is this going to be the man that I marry? Is this going to be the man that I start a family with? And it's just carried through in echoes in so many ways. And you guys are just such a part of that. And
I feel the same way about you two, because as you know, you were there on the greatest embarrassment of my life. When I got kicked out, I could not get past the security guards. Right. And then I float my name. Oh, well, I don't care. Listen, in front of you and Mike. It was so humiliating and humbling.
Not at all. You're our hero.
Yeah, but you made it so much better. Because I was humiliated, and the both of you were so kind to me on that night. You did blow it off. Yeah, don't worry about it. And
because you know what? We would have done the same thing. And listen, roll the dice. Roll the dice.
Right.
The worst that could happen is what happened, and that's it. I have a joke about it.
And now we do joke about it, but it's something that I always think about, and it's something I'm forever grateful for.
Thank you.
Anyways, Jessica, until we see you again, tell your husband hello. Tell your beautiful son we said hello, and keep punching.
Keep punching. Keep us posted.
I will, absolutely.
Anything in the future, you let us know.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
I love you guys.
Love you, honey. Bye-bye. Nice. Love that. Yeah. See, the talent we have. It's so cool.
It's great. It's a great bubble. I like to see them do that over in the Ghostbusters fan bubble.
Yeah. I don't think they're as bright as our group.
No, they're not.
Smarter group.
It's a good group over there in the Ghostbusters bubble. I happen to be part of it, but not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this.
So, Mike, another credit to the people you get to meet on tour, right? We have a lovely guy, great story. He filled out our guest questionnaire for me. Thank you very much, JOSÉ Vila, that you met on tour, and it was a while ago, you said. So, JOSÉ, welcome. I'm going to bring you in here. Hello, my dear. How are you?
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. So nice to see you.
Oh,
Thank
man,
you.
it's good to see you guys. This is great.
Awesome.
I love that shirt. I love the painting in back of you. What is it? A painting? A picture? What is
Yeah,
that?
it's a painting. It's
nice.
one of the reprints. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Cool.
It's actually
Look at that.
the moment Drago gets cut, right? So
he's cut.
yeah, exactly. So how many things you can play off of that?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a million scenes. So you met Mike on the tour. Tell us your favorite thing about Mike's tour.
Oh man, honestly, guys, Mike, it was bigger than you thought, right? I went on tour with my mom and my kids, right? So my mom used to take me to the theaters to watch Rocky. I was born in '82, so I saw Rocky 5 Rocky 4 in the theaters.
Okay.
Young.
My mom didn't have any babysitters, so she's like, "You're gonna come with me."
Sure.
So I remember vividly, the scenes, especially when they cut to Drago and he's all cut and stuff. I kind of stayed with me for a while,
Right.
but but after that, we kind of made it our thing, right? So we saw every Rocky after that together. So she's as big a Rocky fan as I am. So we went on the tour, and my mom was skeptical. She was like, I'm like, no, this is Mike. This is Mike. You gotta be prepared.
He has mental. He's mentally impaired, Mod.
No,
but he's sweet.
No, it was awesome. It was great. I would do it again just so I can, just sit next to Mike and watch him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was awesome. My kids loved it. My son actually, he wasn't as big as a fan before.
Yeah.
I don't want to force it on him. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But he went back and saw every one, and now we talk
Isn't
about.
that something?
Yeah, he saw every single one. I'm in his room now.
Yeah,
he took over my home office, by the way. So
of
yeah.
course.
But yeah, so he saw every single one. So like for the next week after, I'm like, "What are you doing in there, dude?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just watching. I'm up to 4." I'm like, "Up to 4 what?" Right? So I'm like, and then he's like, "Oh, Rocky 4." I'm like, "Okay."
Wow.
You don't have to watch it if you're like, "Dad, I really want to watch it." I'm like, "Okay."
He's digging it.
Yeah. And we talk about it all the time. And
did he recognize some of the locations that we visited? Oh, great.
He did.
Great.
And he's like, "Well, how come, and he's asking me all these questions, is that still there? And how come this is not still here?" I'm like, "Oh, I think we may need to go again." So you can actually feel it now, so
it might have a different effect on him now, because now he's sort of in I guess he's in the bubble now to a degree.
Yeah.
So he could identify more with it. Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, but overall, it was amazing, and I think I wrote you a note after, Mike, and it rings true. Like where I'm from, right? I'm kind of from like the the hood, right? So it wasn't cool to like Rocky, right? So I had to do it like in a shell, right?
Okay.
So although I have a funny story, but I'll tell you that in a minute. Although there were times where I did let it out, but I was made fun of a lot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the stigma that comes with being a Stallone fan. You get the, "Oh, did you guys watch this?" And then automatically it goes the it's like,
I know.
all right, you want to forget it, right? So there was a lot of that growing up, and even as I grew older, relationships, it just it didn't fall on great ears. So there wasn't a community that I knew of.
Sure. Right.
So as I got older, I kind of kept it to myself. So I met my wife, and she knew I was a Rocky fan and all that stuff, and she appreciated it. But I already had that stigma, like I'll just keep it to myself. But when I took the tour, Mike, and I found out about the Rocky Files, and there's a whole community here, and I'm still getting to know you guys, and it's unbelievable. You know what I mean? It's like you guys have no idea. And I just saw the previous person you had on. It's amazing. It's amazing how many people are in this bubble. But yeah, it's awesome. But thank you for that, Mike.
Good. You're so very, very welcome. Good, kind-hearted, generous people that are very like-minded, and they have the same problems that you had, that I had, and so it's a very big bonding experience. It really is. It really is. And Stacy and I say this all the time, don't we, Stacy?
Yeah, and the whole, I think so many people have that experience of being made fun of or being bullied or just feeling it's so humiliating. But when I read my guest submissions, for my questionnaire, we get that more than half the time, and just some of your answers. I loved how you said this. They are at my disposal to give me a boost when I am down. When I'm afraid, I go to Rocky 3. When I'm upset and just need to reflect and relax, the No Easy Way Out montage. Like I loved how you broke it down into very specific moments of, if I'm feeling this, I'm going to go here. So talk about that.
Yeah, so that's why I don't have a favorite. I know Mike asked me that, and I said Rocky 4, but that Rocky 4 is the one I've seen the most. But depending on the day, right, and depending on my feel, I feel it's one big movie, one big world that I'm in. Right. So, like I said, depending how I feel, I might feel like Rocky 2 is more attached to me this week, or
more appropriate. Sure.
Exactly. Or Rocky 1, but yeah, I pull everything. Like when people ask, well, what is your favorite quote, right? He has multiple quotes, right?
Yeah.
But as I'm getting older, I'm a father now. I have 3 children, right? So I go to my son, and I look back and I talk to him when he's in bed and stuff like that. I'm like, oh wow, okay, Rocky 4, right? And then it's not one that people quote a lot, but it's the one where he says
going in one more round.
Well, yeah, exactly. Going that one more round is the most important thing in your life.
Yeah.
And it's like it's amazing, because now it gets you a little emotional, because wow, that's what I want to kind of teach my son.
I love that, because that's the thing. There's such a wide breadth of knowledge that comes from Sly's writing, that we get all the big speeches, Mickey's speeches, Apollo's, and everyone's, Adrian's, but sometimes it's the lesser ones that not everyone is going to say, oh, it's a nice speech, but it doesn't move me. But it moves you.
Correct.
It moves you. And that is what I love. You hold on to that, and you can recycle that over and over in your life and pass that on. Nothing is more beautiful than passing it on.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
And he's just tied in a lifetime of wisdom into big moments and small moments over the span of all of them, And so and I love how you actually, said that in your answers, because now, like, what applies to a young person, your son, he can relate to, because he has those things. And then as we're getting older, all of us are relating to Balboa a little bit more as we get older, so it's just, you have like a little prescription, like, okay, what's my prescription of the day? Like, oh, I really need Rocky 3 today, or whatever. And it just sort of, you can plug it into any chapter of your life. So,
and no matter how many times I see the movies, I learn something new. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There's something that comes out of it. I'm like, oh wow, it's amazing. Again, as I get older, as life changes, you look at it, and you look at it in different ways. So, yeah. But yeah, it's awesome.
I want to show off your family here.
Oh, there you go.
Look how cute. So sweet. And this is a great T-shirt.
Oh, that's nice.
And the jacket, everything. Where'd you find that T-shirt?
Oh man, I think I went to a garage sale, and they had that ready to go. So I'm like, oh
man, I like that. I love the lettering on that.
Yeah.
And tell us about this.
Oh yeah. So again, every couple of years since I've been like 15, I would go to Philly with my friends, so that's one of my best friends.
Nice.
I mean, again, I'm like, the unofficial mic, right? So I'm like, this is where,
nice.
This is where the steps are. This is, of what I know, right? So
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's
you're paying it forward.
Exactly,
showing other people it, and hopefully, even if one of them grab onto it and say, "Yeah, I'm going to go back and revisit those movies again," and then you give them my information, and then I take them on a tour and pay my bills. That'd be great.
There you go.
Here's a good one. When is this from?
Oh, that's nice.
That's my first time I took my son to Philly.
Nice.
So he loved it. We ran up the stairs and everything. I worked across the street from that Winter Garden. Yeah. So and that's how I found out that the Rocky was coming on Broadway. I know it was in Poland or in Europe first. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I kind of lost the news cycle of it. And then I walked downstairs one day and I saw it because it was getting. I'm like, oh wow, this is amazing. And the play was amazing.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
It was done really well, and especially the way they did the training to Eye of the Tiger, and they had like 50 guys coming out with the hoodies up, all jumping rope. It was great.
It was great, and they made the stage.
Steps.
The steps, and they took people out off of the. They selected a few people to become the audience members of the fight.
To go behind the stage.
Yeah, to go behind the stage.
The stage comes out into the audience. That was huge.
Yeah. I'm surprised it didn't get a longer run, but it was great. It was really great.
Yeah, they said I did a little research on that because I didn't know. Like, I was disappointed. It was only there for 6 months, and the average play in New York, they were saying in this article, not much more. 6 to 12 months is usually the length of your average everyday. But the big ones get really big. Like what's the rap and history one?
Hamilton.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's that and the Cats and
right.
I mean, these are the things. These are like the Stephen Kings of
Broadway.
Of yeah. Right.
Yeah, for sure. And then you sent this.
Yeah. So I went to school for graphic design, and I lost a lot of my files. I for some reason my laptops, they disappear. But I actually saved this one. But I was just doodling one day. I'm like, let me just make a little, Rocky little portrait there. So
nice.
Yeah.
Now, what did you do on a transferable screen with like a digital pen? Or
no,
how did you do that? Because that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's just Illustrator, right? So what I'll do is I'll get a picture of Stallone, right?
Yeah.
And I'll just trace over like some of the the features there.
Main features,
Yep, and I'll just play with it,
Right. I like that.
You had referenced neighborhood football.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that story?
Tell us that story.
I like that.
That was a cool story.
That happened a lot of times, but yeah, I mean, I remember. Again, I can't quote what I wrote you. I apologize, but
that's okay.
I just remember a lot of times, we played street football against different neighborhoods, right?
Right.
Every single time, to get amped up, I would watch Rocky IV. I would watch all the montages to get souped up.
It'll put you in that mindset,
oh,
right?
Yeah.
That's great.
And we go out there and I would do great. I don't know about everybody else.
Steamroll them, yeah.
But I would do amazing. So those are special moments, and I do it now, right? So if I have a big meeting, or, or even this podcast, right? I get a little pumped up.
Yeah.
And again,
sure.
What's good though too with me, it's not so much the montage, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have to look at the scenes before the montage as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like when Adrian says win, or when when Duke talks to Rocky before those two training montages,
right?
Those things get me more amped,
Sure. Yeah. It was funny how you were in this story. I guess these guys were huge. You said they were like real big tough guys, and you had watched Rocky III and kept saying, "You ain't so bad. You ain't so bad."
Oh wow! Yes, exactly.
That made me laugh. Yeah, that was great. That was
the old Clubber Lang reverse psychology.
Yeah,
I
love it.
Yeah, I grabbed that.
And I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What's your thoughts on 3 Rocky statues being put in Philadelphia?
The more the merrier. If you can,
I agree.
build statues everywhere, I'll be happy with it. He should get the statue in every city.
Right?
To me, but it's weird because I've traveled the United States, and I've never seen a movie character have so much influence on,
I know.
like, even on a city, right?
Mhm.
I know.
It's just you identify the city, and it's Philadelphia, right? It's like one of the oldest cities in America. It has all this
First
history.
capital.
Right, exactly.
We left the King of England here.
Right.
We
Right?
signed the little declaration, the
Exactly.
Liberty Bell, and yet Rocky
Rock, yeah.
has such center post. He's so beloved. And not everyone in Philadelphia understands that. Every once in a while, I see these maniacs who should be dropped off in the South Pacific Island somewhere and do nuclear testing on them. They don't get what Rocky is. I mean, any other city or town in the world that had the Italian Stallion as their favorite son, my God, they would capitalize on that for like crazy. And the amount, and yourself, the amount of tourists that come to Philadelphia to see the Rocky locations or run the steps or make a pilgrimage to the statues. And when they're in town, what do? They take Ubers and cabs and go to museums, and they go to dinners. They stay at hotels, and they buy knickknacks. I mean, they patron the city. So to me, I never understood why people in Philadelphia got so uptight about Rocky. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. It will never register to me how it doesn't register with absolutely everyone. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Loved your quote. Your quote said why this one meant so much to you. You answered, to beat me, he's going to have to kill me. And to kill me, he's going to have the heart to stand in front of me. And to do that, he's got to be willing to die himself. And you said, to me, that's the epitome of courage. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, and that's what it is, right? I mean, from that mindset, right? It doesn't have to really kill you, but just if you have that mindset where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna approach this like that with this mindset, right? If I'm gonna lose at this, or if I'm gonna beat this, it's gonna have to kill me.
Yeah.
And once you come with that mindset, I think, and you can do anything. Now, again, it's a challenge. You got to get there, right?
Yeah, right.
And this is why I keep going back to these Rocky movies. But
exactly,
it's there, and if you do it, most likely you're gonna come out on top. You know what I mean? So that's why I always take that particular quote. Say, you know what? It's a little bit, it's a lot, but to me it works, because it's like, all right, you know what, I gotta get into that mode to make sure that this comes out good for me.
And especially when it comes to issues that this is the hill I could die on. You need to have that kind of resolve and that kind of readiness and grit. Yeah,
correct.
Mike, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Are you able to bring that into your work life? Are you able to kind of weave Rocky through the fabric of your day? Is there any way that happens, or is it not a thing that you can bring into your job? Even mentally.
Yeah. So everything that I do is like, I would say, like Rocky and the Rocky movies, and Sylvester Stallone, by that matter, kind of, he helped raise me, right? So, I had working parents, and they weren't home a lot, right? It was just me and my brother. My brother was not gonna, be, checking on me like that. So, I was sitting in front of TV a lot, right? But I was lucky enough to watch Sylvester Stallone and Rocky, right?
Gotcha.
So he kind of molded me. If you see me run, Mike, Stacy, I run with a hitch, like he runs.
Yeah,
of course.
That's the way I was taught. That's the way, because he showed me how to run. So when you say, absolutely, I bring everything, right? So when I met you, Mike, I was actually transitioning to the unemployment line, but it was a rough 8 months after that. So I had to grab some of the Rocky movies, right, and kind of like engage in those, and just pick and choose. But in every movie, the concept is the same, right? It's like, you keep punching, right? You just got to keep on going, right? So with this new role, that I have a job, by the way. So and
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. But it was the tenacity that I had to have, and and again, go back to I was afraid, right? There was a lot of things that I was afraid of, right? I was in my previous job for all my adult life, so this is my first foray into like new interviews and stuff like that. So
Right.
there was a lot of new stuff going on that I had to learn, and
and you got to draw inspiration. You got to pull from inspiration somewhere. So you go and watch Rocky because that's what works for you your whole life.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And Frankie Fear, right? It's
exactly right.
Everything has subject matter that helps. So
Oh, totally. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But even so to answer your question, Mike, even today, right? So I had a big meeting today.
Yeah.
And you just use what you've known, right? Like if you're not gonna if you don't say it, it's not gonna happen, right? If you don't ask for it, you're not gonna get it, right? So
true.
I'm in a position now where it's really good for me. And I credit Rocky and Stallone's writing and everything else.
Totally.
Yeah,
I get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. It's funny, that courtroom scene. I can't tell you, for work issues, I cannot tell you how many times I have drawn on that courtroom scene when you are fighting with a conference room full of people who are just not doing the right thing. I've literally said that line. All you have to do is I'm asking you to do what's right. I've literally said that. So if ever you're about to fight a point at work, you go watch that courtroom scene.
Also, Stacy, if you're standing there quoting that very thing you just said,
and
you're holding a blowtorch that's lit, people tend to give you their full attention.
There you go.
Yeah, all I'm asking is for you to leave on the table what's right. Isn't that the
there
line?
Beautiful.
It's so great. I've said that because I'm a nurse, so there's a lot of ethical issues, and I actually said that once about how we were going to treat somebody, and there was an insurance issue, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
We need to do what's right.
Exactly.
And so that came to my aid in that moment. But thank you, Jose. You're just sweet, just so lovely, and so full of that Rocky heart. It just emanates from you. Yeah,
are amazing. I just wanted to tell. So when I was younger, I have one funny story. When I was younger,
please.
And I did shy away a lot for when I was younger, but there was one time that we had I think I was in 4th or 5th grade. They asked us to remember some songs, right? And then we're gonna pick each student, and you're gonna sing a song. I guess it was a filler for like the summer coming up or something like that. So I remember and I didn't record anything. I didn't like study. I just like I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna sing a song and whatever it was. So my last name is Vila, so I came up last. So I had some time to figure it out. So you have one person sing I'll Be There by the Jackson 5, and the other person sings Whitney Houston. So my turn to come up, and I'm like, all right. They're like, oh, all right, Jose, let's hear you. So I'm like, okay, there are two kinds of love that you ought to know. And everybody just stopped and was like, what? All right. So I finish it or as best as I could.
Yeah.
And I sit back down, and the vice principal was there just to show support. Right. So, I think the last people were going. She comes up to me. She's like, "Was that from Rocky?" I'm like, "Yeah." So
damn
give me a little fist bump.
Oh,
nice.
So So it was pretty cool. But yeah, when you're quoting Frank Stallone songs,
I love it.
You're
that's iconic. That was a good one. It was unique too. That was a good one.
Yeah, and no one knew it, so it was good.
Now, Jose, before we let you out of here, I got 2 questions for you, and then we'll let you go have dinner with the mayor or dinner with whatever it is you're doing to stay so busy. Okay, so you can go back to when you're 11 years old. Time travel. What do you say to your younger self at 11 years old? Any advice?
Man, you know what I would say? I would say be you.
Sweet.
Be your true self, and I'm lucky enough to have an 11-year-old son that I can teach that to.
Yeah, I love that.
My mistakes, again, I'm not gonna try to, over, stimulate him with everything.
Yeah.
But if I can show him something that I've done wrong and kind of pass that along to him.
Yeah.
Again, I have 2 daughters too.
Yeah.
Can't relate to the girls that much. That's gonna be mommy, right?
Yeah.
As far as, like growing up.
Sure. No, I get that. Sure.
But I would tell myself, hey man, it's okay to be you. You don't have to.
Excellent answer. All right. Last question. You are at your current company's Christmas party. You're on the 50th floor and you have to go down. You wait for the elevator, it opens, and inside is Sylvester Stallone, and he rides all the way down with you. What do you say to him? You got 30 seconds.
I would say, besides thank you and stuff like that, I would ask him a question about one of the movies, right? Mm-hmm. And the question that I would ask him is in the beginning of Rocky 1, you read the ingredients to your parents, right? Was there going to be more to that? And honestly, that's what I would ask him. I don't know if that's been answered already. But I think, but honestly, I think that's what I would ask him, because I'm sure he's heard the thank yous and all that stuff, and I would definitely get that out the way. Don't get me wrong.
Of course,
it would be something that I would definitely,
Yeah,
definitely
you'd
ask.
want that sort of nugget of information. Yeah. I'm sure he loves unique questions. Right. So that would be like, thank you for not the usual. Right.
Right. Exactly. Right. And Mike, if you ever see him or talk to him, maybe you can ask that question for me.
I will ask him. I will pass that on.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
Jose, until we see you again, my friend, I want to thank you so very much for coming on to the podcast. You are a wonderful addition to the Rocky bubble. Until we see you again, my friend, keep punching.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.
There is something about Jose's voice that I think he would be an excellent singer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, there's something about his voice. It's a very soothing voice. Yes. I'm going to call him up next time I have a bad day or I'm feeling a little nervous about something. I'm just going to have him sing, like, I don't know, some like child song you would sing a baby to go to bed. That would be great.
Very chill. You know who else is Victor? Oh my gosh, Victor Benito. He has that same sort of voice. I talk to him every now and again. Very soothing.
Yeah.
It's similar to that for sure. Oh well, he just possesses all the heart. He possesses all the things. Checks all the boxes. Just so. I always love it when you get these big guys. You can see he's this big, strong guy, but there's just the softness that is coupled with that. I don't know. I love that dynamic. That
he's a very gentle, generous, kind man, and it was good to see him again. I hope I get a chance to bump elbows with him in the future.
Yeah, and it's funny how he talks about being sort of alone in when he was a kid, being a fan of Rocky, and it's like, wow, when someone doesn't. Yeah, like he said, they were going, you Adrian. It's like, can you just stop and listen to the whole storyline? Like it's not just one scene. It's not just one line. Right. There's a whole message here, and it's just interesting how if it clicks, it hits hard, and if I don't know, just people are surprise me sometimes. But wow, thank you, Jose. That was lovely.
Well, we've had 2 great guests. We've had some incredible updates.
Yes.
Stacy, did we miss anything before we get out of here?
No. I think the only thing is people saw my post. I think we're going to try to stick to every other week as senior care and as aging parents continues.
There you go.
Yeah. So we'll that's our goal. That's every other week for now. And no, that's about it. And so we'll see everybody in a couple weeks. Michael. Where can people find you?
They can find me right here in Pottstown. But if that's a little too personal, you can find me over at Instagram, the Yo Philly Film Tour, over on Facebook. I'm somewhat active. You can check me out at, what's the other place that they used to hate me? TikTok. Yeah, it's at the Yo Philly Film Tour. I wrote a little book called Cue the Rocky Music, where books are sold, and there is a documentary about the life of moi called The Pretender. People, the dream is real, by the great Jimmy Toscano and his team. They are incredible. Check it out. I think you'll dig it. Stacy, where are you hanging out these days?
I'm on Instagram at HadMeAtYo, as well as the Rocky Files, and I am on Facebook unmonitored at the Rocky Files podcast. So
boom.
All right, guys. Thank you.
I'll see you next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, next month?
We'll notify everyone.
We'll notify everybody. Forget about it. Bye, Stace. Bye, buddy.
Bye.